Hello guys, I am back. Nimerudi. Now we are going to start a new way of giving stories. We are getting into it. Getting deep into my stories. Today I'm going to be hitting my number 5 story in a row, so you can see the progress. It's very commendable. Very happy about it. Just a little bit of support from the true friends that I have, and I am going to continue moving the journey. So if it's your first time here, kindly remember to subscribe to this channel. If you have watched this video for the first time, I have number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. You can also go back there and watch them. They are very entertaining, very much informative, and they are based on true stories. So guys, the last story that we had, it was in Japan, and now my today's story is going back to the United States of America in Miami, Florida. So without further ado, we are going to start our story. My people, have you ever wondered if it is possible to give birth without a father? For ladies, ushajiuliza kama ni possible mtu kupata mtoto bila baba? So my today's story is going to be based on true story. It is a story of a woman that actually gave birth after staying in prison for 2 years, and it is very, very much unbelievable, but trust me, it happened. So we are going directly into a prison that is called, the prison is called Turner Gifford Knight Correctional Center. It is in Miami, in Florida, in Lower Florida. So in this prison correctional center, a woman has been arrested na ameletwa huko ndani na amefungiwa ndani. The reason why this woman is arrested is because the woman is a suspect of a second-degree murder of her husband. Not her husband, but the boyfriend. So now the woman has been arrested and went to jail for that crime. So the name of this woman is Stacy Link. This Link goes on to this prison, assigned to a cell. This is a prison where normally each inmate has their own cell. So she goes into this cell, and my guys, I tell you, boredom after boredom. Being in prison is the worst thing. It's the last thing you can expect in this world. So this lady usually used to stay in a cell. The only place that you can go is your bed, the toilet, and repeat the cycle again. So one day this woman seated there, she hears some movements from the ceiling, and being very idle and very quiet place, she got curious to want to know what is up there. So from where she could hear the voices or the sounds, it was the air vent. So this girl goes on. It's not a girl because she was 27 years old. She goes into this place, stands on the toilet, and reaches to the vent. Into this vent, she opens the vent, and she can tell that I am hearing some movements. And the movements that I'm hearing, these are movements of person, most likely an inmate like me. So this lady goes on and calls out in this vent, "Hello." Surprisingly, someone answers from the vent. So now the woman gets very much curious. Who are you? They talk and they get to know each other better. But let's pause at that point first. Turudi nyuma kidogo, not nyuma, twende mbele kidogo. We will return to this part. So this lady goes on. I guess we are in now in 2022. So this lady stays there from 2022 to 2023 to 2024 in June 19th of 2024. That is last year, because currently we are in 2025. This woman goes on and gives birth in Memorial, I guess it's Jackson Memorial Hospital there in Miami, and gives birth to a baby girl. So how does this happen after staying in prison for 2 years? Normally, a normal human being stays for 9 months or 30, is it 38 or 37? 38 or 37 or 39 weeks. Then you give birth. But for her case, being in a solo area, in a cell, nobody else interacts with you apart from the guards, then how do you go on and give birth to a kid? So let's now unfold the mystery behind this child. I told you that this woman got arrested in 2022 and got jailed in the Turner whatever night correctional center in Miami. So after she is taken there, I told you that she was very bored being solo, being in that cell. So she had some movements from the air vent. So one day she goes there, stands on the toilet and opens the vent and talks to the stranger. Surprisingly, the stranger replies. So after the stranger replies, they get to know each other and actually they become friends. The name of this stranger was Joan DePaz. Joan DePaz was a 21-year-old inmate who had also been into this jail because of being a suspect in a certain murder. So both of these are suspects of a common crime, birds of the same feather. So now, after Daisy and Joan get to know each other better, they start sending each other post notes. Yeah, what they did, they took the beddings and removed a piece of string. They joined the strings together and dropped them into the vent. So after dropping them into the vent, so it happens that this vent, it was a branch from the main vent that went to the cell of Joan DePaz and went down to the cell of Daisy Link. So when they dropped the string came directly into the open vent of Daisy Link's cell. So now they start passing notes. Yeah, anatumiwa message, she reads the note and she replies, attaches to the string and he pulls it again, replies, and so the cycle went on until the connection was there. Did take long, posts, notes, and now they are sharing images. Sharing images, they went too far and began a romantic relationship. So you can tell what kind of images they were sending to each other. So when Joan DePaz now knew that everything is set, that is truly my unknown girlfriend, I love her and she loves me, he went on and confessed to Daisy Link. He told the Link that, before I came here, I always had a dream to have a kid.
I always really wanted to have a baby, and I'm not going to get to do that for a really long time. So if I had to choose somebody, it would be you.
Daisy Link was very happy, akafurahia, akasema, yes, whatever you wish, I will do. So now, Joan DePaz goes on and tells this Daisy Link that I have a plan. My friends told me that these vents, they are somehow interconnected. So if I pass something, if I drop a pen in my vent, it will fall right into your vent, meaning that we are in the same like, is it pipe or shaft or, yeah, I guess you understand. So what the plan was like this. Joan DePaz tells Daisy Link that I will be putting some seeds. Please understand me. I will be putting some semen in is it soap wrap or whatever, in some kind of wrap. It looks like a pen, a very small size of cigarette.
I put the semen in a saran wrap every day, like 5 times a day for like a month straight.
Then I will be attaching it to the string and I will be dropping it to you. Now you take the semen and put it into yourself so that we see if it's gonna work. To Joanne, he was very much sure that it is gonna work, but to Daisy, she was very much not very sure. Yeah, she was just trying because I would also like to see if it works and I would also like to have a child. So now the one comes. Joanne departs, goes on, does his thing, ties the semen and drops it. Daisy Link takes it, and because women, there's some kind of diseases that women get in them. So one of them is a yeast infection. When you get yeast infection, you go to the hospital and you are given some medicine. Now this medicine, you have some applicators that you put the medicine in, then you insert the medicine into yourself. So now what Daisy Link used to do, take the semen, instead of putting now medicine, puts the medicine into this yeast infection applicator and puts it into herself and calls it a day.
Infections, it's the yeast infection applicators. I had placed it inside of there, and then from there, I administered.
Goes on for several times, first day, second day, and goes on for almost a full month, 5 times each day. So you can tell the kind of strength that this man had to do it 5 times a day and pass it to the woman. So now the doubt was cancelled when this woman, this Link, came to realize that she got pregnant. And actually she was very happy. She didn't believe it could work, but now she is pregnant with a child. Shock on everyone. 2 years in prison and pregnant after staying in the cell for 2 years. So now the story that we are talking of, it's of 2024 on June, when the lady is attacked by the labor. Well, not attacked, but when the lady gets labor pains and goes to the hospital. So after she goes to the hospital, she delivers. I told you it was Jackson Memorial Hospital. She delivers a baby girl, beautiful one. And since now you are in the prison, you are not allowed. They can't just have mercy and tell you that you can leave. No. So what they did, she was told to hand the child to the parents for her to continue staying in the prison. So she took the child, gave it to Dipaz's mother, and now the child, as we speak right now, the child is in the care of Dipaz's mother. Right now, as I'm shooting this video, it's on 2025 May on 29th. Yeah, on a Thursday. So as we speak right now, this kid next month on 19th will be turning 1 year old. Everyone was shocked to hear the story because no one could think that this thing could happen actually. So now let's get into the investigation part of it. When the parents of Daisy Link heard that their daughter got pregnant in the jail, they became very much suspicious because they knew that this jail has some male guards and everyone stays in their separate cell. So how could you convince us that our kid actually got pregnant without a father and we have some male guards? So it was an obvious thing to the parents that these guards are the actual parents of this child. So now the parents went on and reported that their girl had been assaulted. So now DNA had to be done because to clear the mess we need DNA. The woman, Daisy Link, claimed that I was not assaulted. Hakuna mtu alinijisi. Baba ya huyu mtoto simjui na sijawahi muona, but I know he was an inmate in this cell. So they goes on, takes the DNA of the father, Joan Dipaz, comes, takes the DNA of the kid, and they compare. And the doctor that did this said that they must by 99.9999 ... Those nines have no end. So this tells you that the DNA matched by 100%, meaning that Joan Dipaz is the father of this. So that cancelled it out. So that's the mystery. Daisy Link goes on, gets pregnant 2 years later in the jail. As if that is not enough, she gave birth in the jail and continues with serving her term in the jail. So yeah, I can tell you for sure, but I don't know. As of now, I don't know the fate that both of them met, but I know they were separated. So for Daisy Link, I guess she remained in the same cell, I'm not so sure, but Dipaz was transferred. So Dipaz, when asked about this story, he said that story actually made him very happy. That story actually made him a celebrity in the jail that he went. And everyone knows that, man, you can do such a thing. Hey, you can get a woman pregnant without actually meeting her. Hey, and that one is fire. That's hot, my guy. So now that's for Dipaz. And Dipaz, when asked, by the way, he said that if this thing happened like Virgin Mary.
Never. Like the Virgin Mary.
Yeah. When Daisy Link was asked, she said that everything happens for a reason.
I think everything happened for...
And when she asked, she said that this is truly a miracle baby for me, because I never knew it would work and I never expected it to work. That is the story of Daisy Link and Joan Dipaz giving birth to their young daughter. Thank you very much for watching. For today, it wasn't going to be so long. I guess it's around 17-18 minutes and I am done with my story. Leo maybe ingekuwa mrefu, lakini I came across this story somewhere, nikasema manze, this story inakaa yani it's very much impossible, so wacha nipige leo. And actually nikisema hiyo story, nikipitia hiyo story, I came across other stories how women get pregnant in the jail. Manze, some of them go through a lot. Some of them they get because of the guards, as the parents walikuwa wanashuku. So now it's a common thing that happened, but for this Daisy Link, it was just very much special, because getting pregnant without a father and carrying the baby for 9 months, goes on and delivers the baby without still seeing the father, and now the child is turning 1 year old, and yet you haven't seen the father. Is a miracle. So the listening of Daisy Link's case was scheduled for this May. Unfortunately, I did not get any source to retrieve the information, how the hearing was done, or how the judgment was served, or when it will be served. There, I apologize, I know, but let's hope that one day this Daisy Link gets to see a child, gets to spend time with the child, with the boyfriend. By the way, Daisy Link is right now turning 30 years old, and Joan Dipaz is right now turning 24 years old. So they are very young souls. When they come out here, maybe they can make something out of nothing. In this jail, by the way, they still talk, because though they were transferred, they are now allowed, because their parents communicate with the phone. Sometimes Dipaz's mother comes with the kid to visit the mother, and the mother is allowed to see the baby, hold her. Just it's the right of the baby. So to hope to that huyu Dipaz atatoka nje siku moja, huyu Daisy Link atatoka nje siku moja, and they start a family like any other person. That was my story. Thank you for watching. Thank you for reaching at this point. Make sure you subscribe. Itambogi, mwambie kuja uone this guy making stories here. By the way, they are based on true stories. Yes, kudanganya hii hakuna kitu na guess, hakuna chumvi naongeza. and na nikiongeza I will always put the disclaimer at the end. So hii kitu ni kitu based on true stories, and as I always say, I get this information from trusted media sources, so I'm not guessing anything. So thank you very much for getting to this point. God bless you. Subscribe and promote with whatever you can. Thank you.